Back to school can be filled with excitement and feel like a brand new beginning, but for some kids, I know I was like this, it can result in increased anxiety and fear. Parenting expert Natasha Sharma joins us with some tips to ease that transition. Good morning. Okay, let's talk about that. Some people say that you should already be transitioning your child by having them go to bed 10 minutes earlier and then 15 in increments up to half an hour earlier. Do you think that's worthwhile, or do you let them just enjoy what's left of summer?
Well, there's an adjustment period. I think it's definitely going to be a change. I know my son goes to sleep at 10 or 11 at night. I'm probably an exception. So, you know, when he's going to have to start getting up at 7 a.m. or whatever it's going to be, that's going to be tough. Yeah. So it's best, it depends on how much of an adjustment you need to make. If it's big, start early. If it's a small adjustment, let him ride it out, you know, start on day one. That's kind of my tip.
Okay, so for the little ones, let's start with that and then get into the teen angst. What do you recommend parents do? Because they go from having an unstructured summer to a completely structured day at school.
Well, studies have shown that teens, especially for teens, school is the place or the part of their life that makes them the least happy, you know, for the average teen, not everybody. And I think it's important to acknowledge that. I think we sort of have this culture of trying to force our kids to like school or love it. And I'm not sure that's realistic if you think about it. You know, you come off of 2 months of summer, which is, summer's bliss, isn't it? Aren't the best memories of your life from summer? You're totally unstructured, you've got no rules, and then you move to a setting where, if you can imagine being micromanaged by a boss, you know, your teacher every single day. When you pee is someone else's decision, sitting in your seat, your work is always compared to other people and peers. Like, it's no wonder that they're not very happy.
And you're saying, let kids be bored. Let them be lazy.
Let them feel the way they do about school. Emphasize that they still need to go and what they gain out of it. And let them be bored when it's appropriate. So it's important to, you know, during the school year, make sure that they're not overscheduled. I see so many kids that have something every day after school. They just have a long 6-hour day of school, and then they've got tennis or swimming or this or that. It's good to have something, but pick 1 or 2 things and then let them have time to really bug out. There's value in being bored. It's where all the creativity actually happens in your mind.
Yeah, I agree with that. And you also say let teens be lazy. They need that sloth time to repair with all the hormonal changes happening.
They do. I think parents place that expectation of, you know, my teens need to be doing something, they should be productive, they should make use of their time. They're growing and they're changing so much physically and emotionally at that time, probably the most in our entire lives. So they need a lot of downtime, and they don't get enough sleep that's required at that age. So it's really important to let them, you know, make sure that they're functionally completing the things that they need to do for school, and then let them do whatever they want with the time that they have. If they want to bug out and stare into space, let them do it.
So for parents, to allay the fears for the little ones who really get the sick stomachs and they make themselves, for whatever reason, really, really anxious about going back to school, what do you say to allay the fears?
You know, I think it's important to validate it, make sure that they understand, you know, the worst thing to say is there's nothing to be afraid of. It's just like, you know, it's just invalidating. Let them know, I know you're afraid. It can be afraid. Maybe share a story about you going to school if you felt that way. And if you didn't, just, again, validating it, explaining how can we make it easier? What would make this, you know, can we help you? Can I talk to your teacher? Can the teacher introduce you to some people? Is it something about the people you know there? But validating how they feel and trying to work together to solve the problem and make it easier for them. And sooner or later, it'll be fine.
Such a good point. Is it just the regular back-to-school jitters, or is there something deeper and underlying? Are they being bullied? Is it the teacher? Are there students in class making it uncomfortable to maybe require another classroom or even school if need be to protect them versus just being scared to go back to the class?
Yeah, those are all issues. Yeah, learning challenges, social issues, and especially as kids get older, how they feel about school becomes much more complex. It's a lot easier for younger kids, and when kids become older, they're afraid of all these sort of social things. It's the whole social template. You're really learning how to live your life, how to get along with people, how to not get along with people, how to deal with people in authority, attraction. There's a lot of life lessons to be learned in school, and we don't actually emphasize that school is, yes, you're learning statistics and facts and how to read and write and all of that stuff, but you're also learning how to live. Like, it's a template for life if you think about it. Your interactions, how to deal with disappointment, failure, success, all of it. So I think it's important to talk to them about that and emphasize that.
And I love that. You don't have to say you need to love school. Just try your best at it and then see if there's any other deeper issues to address. Great tips as always, and good luck to all of you parents and kids out there. You can do it. For more information, at Natasha Sharma 17 on Twitter, or also breakfasttelevision.ca.